Hey guys, Auspicious Aussie here, and these are the rules for the Celtic Scottish Players Only series. If you'd like to have a bit more of an in-depth read-through, I would recommend pausing the video here, reading through the rules. If you're pretty familiar with the series, you will have obviously seen the much longer intro that has been in the lead up to these episodes. So maybe go back and check out the longer intro where I sort of go through them in a bit more detail. And then we also have the goals of the series here as well. As you can see, they're currently in red, and every time we check off a goal of the series, the red text will turn to green text, and that will symbolize the goal has been completed. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the episode. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Welcome to episode 12 of the Celtic Scottish Players Only series. Now, today's episode, as you can tell, we will be taking on Rangers. We'll also be taking on Motherwell, both Premiership games. And as you can see, we do currently have a 5-point gap over Rangers. However, we haven't beaten them this season yet. So we have a chance to, sort of right that wrong. We've lost in the League Cup the League Cup final, which was pretty heartbreaking. We've also drawn with them twice in the league, so today's opportunity, I would say, is massive, and I definitely want to sort of rectify the results that have gone against us. They haven't been too impressive against our, fierce rivals. Anyway, like I said, we've got 5 points over them at the moment. The Scottish Premiership, obviously interesting that the league does actually split after 33 games. So we've got 2 more games left, and then we will go into the Championship group. Looks a little bit like this. You got the Championship, or the Champions group, and then the relegation group as well. Basically what happens with the Champions group is as you can see, there's 12 clubs in the league, so 6 and 6. And basically the top 6 battle it out for the European places. And obviously, the bottom 6 battle it out for the potential relegation spot. Anyway, let's get into the recent fixtures. Of course, we only have St Mirren to go over from the last episode. A 1-0 victory there with Stuart Armstrong scoring the penalty and getting us the only goal of the game there. Not too impressive against St Mirren, but at the same time, we pretty much did what was needed. Now, if we go into the starting lineup, we're going to be going with Bain in goals. I am actually going to bring McKenna back in for Kerr there. So it's going to be Sutar, Hendry, and McKenna. Going to go with O'Donnell as the right wing back, Taylor as the left wing back, the midfield trio of Henderson, McGregor, and Armstrong. And then we're going to stick with McShane up front. Christie is a little fatigued. And then, of course, Griffiths is still out for another 2 to 3 weeks. So we're going to have to wait a little while for him. Obviously, Forrest, he's on 85% match condition. O'Donnell's actually on 85% match condition as well. So we have a little bit of a conundrum in the right wing back position. However, O'Donnell's just going to have to play today. But yeah, McShane, such an interesting player. We've offered him a professional contract, getting him off that youth contract. And again, we'll just have to wait and see if he does have any real potential left. Anyway, the bench day is going to be Gordon, Kerr, Douglas, Forrest, Ferguson. I kind of want to bring Ferguson back in, although he's fatigued as well. I think that's the reason why I left him off. We then got Mallon and finally Christie as well. Could be worth... No, I'll keep Ferguson there. We might need him. I was going to put Scott Brown on the bench, but I think having Mallon and Ferguson is probably the better option. Again, another massive game for McShane up front. Playing in his first Old Firm derby. And I'm just going to tell the boys to go out there and play their natural game. Alrighty, here we go. Could be a massive victory at Ibrox. Also worth mentioning, in real life, in Australia right now, of course, I just got back from my holiday 2 days ago. It is now 47 degrees where I live. It is extremely hot. I've had to turn my fan off as well to record this video. And I am sweating a lot. And hopefully I won't be sweating because of a tight game. O'Donnell in behind here. That's a pretty good save. Bit of a bad shot by O'Donnell. You might be able to hear my computer as well in the background due to the heat in this room currently. Lustenberger. I mean, that's a bit of a poor attack there by Rangers. And it looks like we might be starting a bit of an attack ourselves from the back. Taylor now coming forward. There's a nice ball to McShane. Cleared away. O'Donnell. He shoots again, and that's another really poor shot. I'm actually a little bit frustrated by O'Donnell there, and Henderson's got sent off. Alright, well that is the absolute worst case scenario 20 minutes in. Henderson with 2 yellow cards. And we're down to 10 men. Not going to really change the shape. We'll just play with 2 box-to-box midfielders. Keep the 2 strikers up front. You know, because we're going to need a goal. I want to win this game, even though we've just put ourselves under so much pressure. Going down to the 10 men. Anyway, Armstrong's stolen the ball away. Nice interception. Bit of a random play. And Armstrong has scored there. Somehow, it was a very random passing sequence between himself and McShane. But yeah, McShane's got himself an assist. I mean, a bit of a weird one, as you can see here. Just a very strange passing sequence. I mean, it fooled the 2 centre-backs, or one of the centre-backs coming out there. He was more focused on McShane, and McShane just played a nice pass straight back to Armstrong. And we get the goal. Oh. Somehow that hasn't gone in the back of the net. I thought that was a goal. Johnston. Oh, another good save. But I think it was offside. We got McKenna picking up a yellow card. I'm definitely going to ease him off. We really don't need to go down to 9 men. As Rangers shoot the ball over the bar there. I think I might bring O'Donnell off at some stage. Maybe about the 60-minute mark. We'll get Forrest out there. Now, Hendry could be under a little bit of pressure here by Morelos. And we've given the ball away in a bad position there as well. Morelos, oh, good tackle by Hendry. And that's a good save by Bain, keeping us in the game there. Or keeping us in the lead, I should say. We've also got Hendry picking up a yellow as well. 2 of our centre-backs on yellow cards now. I might have to bring one of them off. Like I said, we really, really can't risk having another player sent off. McShane's in behind here. Not a bad shot, but a pretty good save by McGregor. And there we go. We take a 1-0 lead into the break. And you have to say, Bain on a 7.2. Really keeping us in the game. Oh, O'Donnell's playing really bad at the moment. Giving the ball away in that position, Kent. And again, luckily for us, that one's an offside. Now Sutar's picked up a yellow card. All 3 of our centre defenders. Panic stations. And now we have McGregor on a yellow as well. Rangers did have a free kick there. I think Hendry did manage to get the ball clear. Davis. Another good save there by Bain. All right, we'll see what happens with this highlight, and then we might make those changes. And that's going to be a penalty. I don't know how that's not a second yellow card for Tavernier. Anyway, Armstrong's going to take it, and he scores it. We are 2-0 up, away from home at the Ibrox. This could be it. This could be the famous victory that I've been looking for all season in the Old Firm Derby. And I'm sweating profusely at the moment. Due to the heat, obviously not the result. Anyway, we'll make those subs. We are 2-0 up, so I think Forrest can come on for O'Donnell. And then I think McGregor can come off for Ferguson as well. Of course, Armstrong scoring both goals for us, actually. McShane with a pretty poor ball out wide. Tavernier lucky to be on the pitch. McKenna to Taylor. Nice ball up to Johnston. Can he put it away? No, he can't. It's a nice save again by McGregor. All right, we've got Taylor picking up a yellow card as well. I mean, I just have to ease all of them off at this point. It's just extremely, extremely risky keeping any of them, you know, on a normal sort of tackling mentality. If I can get my words out properly. All right, Bain clears it up for us. We are going to come away with the ball here. Johnston in behind again. Needs to put it away, and he still can't score. Mikey Johnston having a few opportunities one-on-one with the keeper. Of course, a lot of people still saying that it's relatively broken on FM20, the one-on-one situation. I would tend to agree, but at the same time, I feel like there's more one-on-one situations in FM20 than there would be in real life, if that makes sense. Anyway, Sutar with a long ball. We're into the 88th minute. And we're still 2-0 up. If we can keep a clean sheet with 10 men on the pitch, that would be quite impressive. Although Rangers are coming forward and attacking us quite a lot at the moment. A decent cross and a decent goal for Banku. They get one back in the 88th minute. It's 2-1. Celtic still in the lead. But yeah, very, very nervous moments going into these the last minute. And then, of course, stoppage time as well. If we throw this one away, I'll be very, very upset. Stoppage time is over. And there we go. We do get the victory. Away from home as well in the Old Firm Derby. 2-1 victory against Rangers. And that'll, of course, keep us in first place going into the championship group. Alright, so what I'll do now is I'll skip forward the 4 days and I'll join you back for the lineup against Motherwell. Alright, so let's get into the lineup. We've got a few changes that I've made. In the back line, we're going to bring Kerr in for McKenna. He's only on 90% condition at the moment. We're going to stick with O'Donnell. Actually, let's go with Forrest. I mean, Forrest hasn't actually played too well since coming back from his injury. But he does have a little bit more match condition. He's a little bit more fit at the moment. We'll stick with Taylor. Douglas can, of course, come off the bench. But we might actually play Douglas in the League Cup semi-final. And then in the midfield, we've brought Ferguson back in. And then we've also brought in Dane Murray, the 16-year-old central midfielder. As you can see, coming along pretty nicely. Up to 13 passing as well. Terminations shooting up as well. Really good physicals, good pace, good jumping reach. Lacking a little bit of strength, but obviously he's only 16. So hopefully that will increase. Then up front, we brought Christie back in to partner McShane as the poacher. On the bench, we've got Gordon, McKenna, Douglas, O'Donnell, Armstrong, Scott Brown, and Johnston. All right, here we go, Motherwell. Last premiership game before the group split. Yeah, and we'll just tell the boys to go out and play their natural game. It is another away game. So a double away game for this episode. I just want to say, if you could smash the like button, it'd be much appreciated. A lot of likes on these videos recently while I've been on holiday. And I do really appreciate all the support. Up to 1.1k subscribers now. 1,100, which is really cool to see. We're also going to have a little bit of new content. Different games going to be coming to the channel as well. So if you're interested, make sure you check those out as well. They'll be coming in the next 2 weeks or so. But obviously, Football Manager will maintain the primary focus of the channel. Just want to branch out a little bit, see if other people are going to be interested in some of the simulation games that I do enjoy playing, you know, in my own time and previously on the series as well. And Chris Long has just scored an incredible goal against us. His 20th goal of the season. And I wasn't really expecting him to score a bit of a... I don't want to call it a weldy, but it's a decent shot from outside the box. I think Bain was a bit unexpected as well there. Quite an incredible shot. And we find ourselves 1-0 down in the first 21 minutes of the game. That was actually their first shot on target as well. Whereas we are sort of dominating. Forrest with a long throw. Can't find anyone with it. Does get the ball back. Cuts a little bit inside this time. Plays it out to Taylor. With a really good cross there. And McShane, Jamie McShane, from the Youth Academy, getting his first goal of his Celtic career. Possibly many more to come. I've noticed his training report is up to an 8.45, which I think is relatively good, considering, you know, the lack of potential that he has, despite being kind of all right in terms of his current ability and his attributes that he does have. So yeah, good to see him on the score sheet, getting us back on level terms there as well. As you can see, Rangers just took the lead in their final game. And Christie has a tap-in. 25 goals for the season. McShane with the assist there as well. And just like that, we find ourselves in the lead. Despite conceding first. Really nice goal, actually. Ferguson to McShane. McShane with a first-time cross. I mean, the goalkeeper should probably do a little bit better to prevent Christie from getting on the end of that. I mean, I assume it was a cross. I hope it wasn't a shot by McShane. It did look like a pass. So I'm pretty happy with that. And we're going to take a 2-1 lead into half-time. Nice. Like I said, of course, we got the League Cup semi-final, which I'm going to be playing off-camera. But I will be playing... Well, the next episode will either be the League Cup final, or we will be playing some of the Championship group games, which do occur after this one. So, going to be pretty exciting, I guess. You know, the top 6 teams. I believe we only play 5 games, so I'm pretty sure we verse each team once. Not exactly sure which games are home and away. I haven't actually managed in the Scottish Premiership since, like, FM 2012, which was 7 or 8 years ago, so quite some time. We've hit the post there, and Christie getting another really easy tap-in, to be fair. And we are 3-1 up over Motherwell. Greg Taylor getting the assist there after hitting the post with his shot. Pretty unlucky. As you can see, bangs it straight off the post. Christie with a very easy half volley into the back of the net. Ooh, Forrest with a nice cross. Christie almost getting his hat-trick there. Maybe a little bit unlucky. We might make a sub here. We'll bring Scott Brown on for Ferguson. And then I think we'll bring Barry Douglas on as well for Greg Taylor Taylor just a little bit fatigued there. I believe he does have 2 assists today to his name, so that's pretty good. A very good performance, and he's actually just made a really good challenge there to prevent a goal. And that, of course, will be his last involvement of the day. Interesting corner there. McGregor somehow beats his man, and McShane, with a first-time effort being saved, was straight at the goalkeeper. A little bit unlucky. Could have had his second goal of his career. The Celtic there. Anyway, Sutar with a long ball, giving it away to Motherwell. And they're on a bit of a counter-attack. McCormick. Bain makes the save, and Sutar comes back and collects his mistake. Or the opportunity that almost led to a goal from his mistake. McShane chasing the ball there, along with Christie. And I have to say, this is a very good episode. Results-wise, we're doing pretty well at the moment, you'd have to say. Obviously, pretty unlucky to go out of the Europa League. You know, we drew Arsenal. It was a very tough ask. The fact that we actually beat them in the last episode, in that second leg, I think is a pretty good testament to, you know, where the team is at and how we're performing. Of course, getting the victory in this episode just before against Rangers is hopefully going to be a catalyst going forward. Also, I hope you like the shorter intro with the rules and the goals. I think I trimmed it down to about 50 seconds. Just want to make sure that people are aware of the rules and, of course, the goals. And, of course, once we tick the goals off, obviously this season, I'm assuming we're going to win the Scottish Premiership, so that will be ticked off. Hopefully we can win the League Cup as well. And, both of those in the goals page will go to a nice green colour instead of the red that they currently are. Anyway, there we go, full-time 3-1 victory over Motherwell. Like I said, a very good episode. A 2-1 victory over Rangers, and then a 3-1 victory to finish out the regular season of the Premiership. Alright, so here we go. Premiership prepares for next stage after split. Is now ready to be split in two. The top 6 will fight for the title and continental competition places, and the bottom 6 will battle against relegation. Teams in opposing sections will play no further matches and can no longer overtake each other in the table. So pretty much what that means is even if you finish in 7th, you can't actually finish higher than 7th, which is a very interesting thing considering St. Johnstone and Hearts are equal on points. So Hearts, even if they lose every game from now on, they will be 6th. Whereas St. Johnstone, if they win every game, will still be 7th. Very interesting way to sort of split your league table. In a way it's good, but in another way it's... I don't know. It can be pretty detrimental, I would say, to the league. But of course, it does allow you to have much more exciting games going forward for the top 6 teams. And I guess for the maybe bottom 3, bottom 4 teams, in regards to relegation. Anyway, that is going to wrap this episode up. If we look forward to the fixtures ahead, of course, the championship group, we do actually have Rangers on the last day. So I think for the next episode, unless we make the Scottish Cup final, if that comes before, we will do that as an episode by itself. However, I think doing Hearts and then Rangers again on the last game of the season, I think that's the way to finish this first season off in our Scottish Players Only Challenge. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. As always, take it easy and goodbye.